What's going on, folks? Today we are going to be reviewing the game Star Wars Epic Duels. This game came out from Hasbro in 2002 and it is for 2 to 6 players. Now the object of Star Wars Epic Duels is that you're going to be trying to kill off your opponent's major character. This game comes with teams of people and you're going to basically be playing against each other in a battle to the death. So let's show you Star Wars Epic Duels. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and show you this game in parts because there's quite a few parts to this game. We'll start with the battle boards over here. Now, there's 2 of these, and but if you flip them over, there's going to be another 2. And what you have here is you have the Geonosis Arena, the Carbon Freezing Chamber. On the other side, you have the Camino platform, and then on this side, you will have the Emperor's Throne Room. Now, if you look at these boards, if you're going to do a standard game, you'll see that there are different character names here on some of the different spaces. These are going to be your main characters that you're going to place on the board if you decided that you wanted to do the classic version of the game. If you decide to change things up and use different characters, the instructions I don't think say this, but you could just place the different characters on some of the different names to replace them, and you can probably just put them anywhere on the board that you would like to. Okay, here are the characters along with their card decks. I'll go over the characters real quick. Now, each team has a major character and a minor character, and you do not want to lose your major character. If you do, you're going to lose the game. Let's see, in this one, for example, Anakin is the major character, and Princess Amidala is the minor character. And I'll go over the characters in the game. You got Yoda, a couple of clone troopers, you got Luke and Leia, you've got Jango Fett, and you have Zam Wessel, I think that's how it's pronounced, Darth Vader and 2 stormtroopers, Count Dooku and some super battle droids, the Emperor and 2 royal guards, Boba Fett and Greedo, Darth Maul and 2 battle droids, Obi-Wan Kenobi and some clone troopers, Han Solo and Chewbacca, and then Mace Windu and a couple of clone troopers. Now, in the deck of cards, there's 3 different types of cards in the deck. The first one is going to basically be your attack card. Now, throughout the game, you're going to play these to attack a character or to defend against somebody, and I'll talk about how these work in the game. Another card that you have is a special card, and you're going to play this on your turn. Anyway, what this will do is this is going to unlock a special ability, and in this case, Obi-Wan will be able to take any card from the discard pile and put it into his hand. And then they have other cards that are attack cards, but these are special attack cards or defense cards. What you'll do is you'll attack somebody with this, and then after that has been resolved, you will go ahead and will do this. In this case, it would be after attacking, you may move Obi-Wan up to 6 spaces. Now, every single one of these characters has different abilities, too. So, Darth Maul is not going to have this ability. He's going to have something else. Now, with the minor characters, they're going to basically just be attacking and defending. Only the major character is going to be able to have these different types of special abilities. So I've got the game set up, and one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and place your major characters on the spots that are listed. Now, I'm playing a standard game, so I've got Count Dooku and a couple battle droids, and I've got Anakin Skywalker along with Amidala. Alright, now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll to see who's going to place their minor character first, and you're going to place your minor character adjacent to the major character. So let's say Dooku rolls a 4 and Skywalker rolls a 3. So let's just say Dooku does this, Anakin will go and do this, and let's say Dooku does that. So that's the first thing that you're going to do. Now you've got these player cards here with different hit points on them, and you're going to take damage anytime you are attacked and you can't defend against it all the way. Whenever you reach the red mark, as far as damage, you're going to be dead. Same with the other guys. Alright, so now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and roll this die. Now, you've got a green number and a red number. The green number means you'll move 1 character this amount. The red number means you'll be able to move all of your characters this amount. Now, you don't have to move the full amount. You don't even have to move if you don't want to. It just gives you that option. So let's just go ahead and say it's Dooku's turn. He rolls a 4. So let's say this guy decides to go 1, 2, 3, and let's just say he stops there. Now, when you're attacking somebody, there's 2 ways it works. If you do not have a blaster, then you're going to have to get next to the person in order to attack them. And the way you're going to attack them is with these attack cards over here. Let's just say Anakin has an attack of 8 over here, and he decides he's going to go ahead and play it and it's face down. on Dooku. So now if Dooku has any cards to help defend himself, like these, let's just say he has this card, he will go ahead and place it down like this, and then both people will reveal their card. So Anakin has an 8, and Dooku has a defense of 4. So what Dooku is going to do is he's going to take 4 damage, so he will just move up the marker like that. And that's basically how an attack works. Now, some characters have what are called blasters. In this case, the Battle Droid and Amidala have blasters. So let's just say it happened to be Amidala's turn, and she has an attack power of 1. Now, her blaster will be able to shoot in a line of sight, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, just as long as she can see the person and there isn't anything blocking him. So the boards have obstacles on them like this, and you're not going to be able to shoot over them, with the exception of the mist, which is on another board. But anyway, let's just say Amidala's turn. She decides she's going to go ahead and play this for an attack of 1. Let's say the droid doesn't have a defense card, so the droid will go ahead and take 1 damage, like that. And so that's basically the way attacking and defending works. Now on your turn, there are 3 different actions that you will be able to take, and you'll be able to do 2 of those 3 actions. Now you can do 2 of the same action, or whatever, and that is you can you'll go ahead and roll the die and you'll move, and let's say Dooku moves 4 or he moves 3 or something, and you've got 3 things you can do. You can draw a card, you can play a card, or you can heal yourself, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So right now, let's just say Dooku decides he's going to go ahead and draw a card. He can't really attack, so let's just say he decides he's going to draw 2 cards and hold on to them, and that will be the end of his turn. Let's say it is an all 3 for the next 2 people. So let's say Amidala goes here, and let's say Anakin goes over here somewhere. So now they decide they're going to go ahead and draw a card. We have an attack card for Anakin, but he can't really attack, so they decide to draw another card. And we got another attack card for Anakin. So once again, it will go back to Dooku. So let's say Dooku rolls. He rolls a 4. Let's say he goes 1, 2, 3, and he gets next to Anakin over there. And he looks at his cards, and he sees that he can attack Anakin with a 4. So he decides to lay it down on the table like so, and then Anakin is going to look at the hand he has and see if he can defend against it, and he has a 1 defense. Now, he does not have to play it if he does not want to, but let's just say he does. He plays it, and then both people will reveal their cards, and Dooku has an attack of 4, Anakin has a defense of 1, so Anakin is going to take 3 damage like so. Okay, now when it comes to healing, the way that works is both the minor character or characters on your team have to be dead. And if that's the case, for an action, what you can do is if you happen to, let's say Dooku's characters were both dead, and let's just say he happened to have a card that was a Battle Droid. The Battle Droids are not in the game anymore, so for an action, he could go ahead and play that, and let's just say he had 6 damage. He could then move it down to 5. And let's just say he happened to have another Battle Droid card. He could go ahead and discard that and then move down to 4. Now, they also have some other different variations over here, and I'll just show you real quick. They got some 4- and 6-player team games. They got a free-for-all over here for 2 to 6 players. Here's a random draw, a master play, and you can actually you can actually customize this game however you would like to. So if you wanted to, say, have Dooku and Amidala be on a team together, all you would have to do is take out Amidala's cards and Dooku's cards and put them together to form your own deck. But anyway, that's basically how the game works. You're going to roll the die, you're going to move around, you're going to try to attack your opponent or defend against them, you're going to try to shoot them if possible, and the winner of the game is going to be the one that kills off the major character. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Star Wars Epic Duels. So my final thoughts on Star Wars Epic Duels. All right, well, this is a game I got from my friend Timothy over in Indiana. He's the gentleman that I did the Board Game Giants episode on, number 3, and he sold this to me for a really, really good price. Definitely worth the money that I spent on it, and probably worth the money if you wanted to go get it on eBay. It does run you about $50 or so. Tremendous customization options in this game. If you wanted to have Anakin Skywalker take on Darth Vader and destroy the space-time continuum, you could very well do that. If you want to try to maybe even have a battle royal of some kind and use all the characters, if you're crazy enough, you could do that. You can make up your own team. Now, one thing I have heard and I have experienced is that this game does have some balancing issues, but I don't see that as a problem with this game, simply because in the movies, certain characters are going to be stronger than others. The Emperor is going to be stronger than Han Solo, for example, you know, things of that nature. So I know that on Board Game Geek, there's people that have actually calculated the percentages of how who you would be able to win with, and then have actually put the characters in different tiers from strongest to weakest. So if you wanted to fix the balancing issue, all you really would have to do is just take out some of the special cards of the stronger character to help balance it out some. But if you wanted to have a more challenging game, you could try to be like, say, the weaker characters versus a stronger character and just try to devise a strategy in order to be able to win. Love the miniatures too. They did a really good job making them, and there's 31 of these things. The card decks are really, really nice. And I really like the fact that all of the characters have their own special different abilities. Definitely makes it true to the movie. If you're big into games with customization, definitely one you should check out. You can pretty much do whatever you want to with this game. There's several different variations that are in the instructions, and then of course you can just make up your own variations if you want to. Definitely keeps up with the Star Wars theme. The boards are nice. The miniatures are nice. The cards look pretty nice too. So very, very cool game. If you can find it for a good deal, definitely pick it up. Otherwise, you know, I would probably recommend it if for maybe, say, 50 bucks if you want to shell out that much money for it. If you're a Star Wars fan, I think it's worth your time checking out. So folks, that is my review of Star Wars Epic Duels. We'll see you later. Keep on gaming.